So, in this session, we will learn the basic data types in Python. Okay? So, what's data types? Data types means that the data structures, okay? And data structures includes the many objects, or creating the many objects that can collaborate or share some relations to each other. For example, if you have any class like the integer, and then we have the methods and attributes, okay? And so in data structures, these objects can collaborate to some relations, methods, and the attributes to each other or another class, okay? For example, if we have a hash table or a linked list or struct, and something like that, okay? And so in Python, we have some data structures embedded into language, okay? Like the list, dictionary, tuples, or sets, okay? And so these are called the standard libraries for the Python programming language, okay? For example, integer or string or any other types are also class or data structure. But this list, dictionary, tuples, and sets can give away us to create the hash table or linked list or structure, okay? This is the important thing about the data types in Python programming language. Knows that the iterable object concept should be contained in Python, which means that an object that is responsible for keeping another object, okay? In C++ or C programming language, it's called the container or collection. In Java programming language, okay? Which means that we can iterate any data kept in this object without ignoring its type. For example, if we use the list or dictionary value, and then we can store the integer value or string value in one table or list, okay? This is the basics of the data types in Python programming language, okay? And so if this is the case, and then we can give the first type or basic type, list in Python, okay? It's the first topic of our session. The list is a collection or list or structure in which each variable has pre or pro, or in other terms, the sequential relation with a specific index. In C or C++ programming language, it's like the linked list or the array structure, but the list dynamically grows or smaller than the previous one, okay? And so the basic syntax can be given by the open and close bracket in here, like this one. And so we should give the list name in here, or we can give the list elements defined with what with separate commas. Okay, for example, if you want to understand anything in programming language, we should give some specific example like this one. For example, if we want to define a list in Python programming language, we should give the open and close brackets like this one. Okay, and so 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so if I print the A in here like this one, and I can give the type of these things like this one, and so if I run this code and then 1, 2, 3 is seen on the terminal page with the class of the list. Okay, or we can give the Mehmet, Ali, Veli in here. There are 3 string objects which stored in the list value. Okay, and so A is given by with the type of A. Okay, and so Mehmet, Ali, and Veli is assigned to the new variable in terms of the list structure or list class. But the huge advantage is given to the Veli, Ali, and also we can store the 1, 2, 3 or 103, 23 or the 4.4 in here. For example, if we have this information in here like this Veli, it's in the type of the Veli is string, but in the third term is equal to integer type, and fourth term is the float type. And so if I print this value in here like this one, the type of A remain to the list, but the list possess the string, integer, and float value in here. And for example, if we store the true value in here also, this is a huge advantage of using the Python programming language. In C or C++ programming language, you cannot easily create this syntax, but in Python we can create these terms by using the one-line code. Okay, and so we can use some specific function in here like this one, the len. Len returns the length of the number of items in a specific container. List is a container or collection. Okay, and so if I use this code, then the length of A is equal to the len A. Okay, she returns to the specific number of these things. Okay, and so Veli, Ali, 1, 4.4 and true contains with the 5 elements, and so length of A is equal to the 5. Okay, or can create some more complex example in here like this one, Ali, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1 and 41, 2, and we can also give the another list in here like this one, 4 and Veli. Okay, this is correct for this Python programming language, and so we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements stored in here. Okay, because we can store anything in here like this one, the string or integer value or the float value or another list value in here. Okay, and so if I run again this code, and the length of A is 5, but it contains the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 value or real value in here. But in list operation, just remember that the address is always kept as a variable, and so this list is kept, or the direct specification of some address in RAM location, and so this A is considered as the address. Okay, and so we can contain everything in a dynamic type form of these things. Okay, any question? Okay, and now how to reach the specific values of the list in here. For example, we have the list variable in here, like this one, the 1, 2, and so the another list is contained in here, and Ali is written on this A. Okay. And so how can we reach the one value in here? We can utilize the specific type of the open and close bracket in here, like this one, A bracket 0, and 0 is the index of this term. Okay, and then we can write the type of a 0 in here, like this one. And so if I run again this code, and then the 1 is written in the terminal page, because a0 is equal to the 1, but the type of it to is equal to the integer value. Okay, this is important because if we reach the values of these things, and so we can also reach the address value and contains variable or values of it, and so the list kept the integer value in here, like this one, and so the type of these things is equal to the integer values. Okay, but if I reach the third element 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, and so this is equal to the this is the list value, and so the type of it to a 2 in this is equal to the list value, like this one. Okay, do you understand it? Okay, and so in Python we don't have like this in this. For example, 3.3, 2.3, and so this is a float value, and we cannot reach the any values by using the float values in here, like this one. Okay, and so if I run this code, and then we have the error, list in this must be integers or slice, not float value. Okay, this is syntax error. Or what happened if I use the 50 in here? In the list of A we have the 4 elements, but if I have the 50 value in here, like this one, and so the program is index error, because list index out of range is written on the terminal page, because we don't have the like this in stored in the in the A list variable. Okay, so we can define the another list in here, like this one, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, and Ali. Okay, and so we can print the or another else we can assign any variable in here, like this one, b is equal to the a0, and so b must be equal to the 1. Okay, and so what happened if I check the address of a0 compared with the b? And so if I run this code, this address are the same with each other, because a0 is kept as an integer value or the 1 value or the literal value. And so if I put this a0 into the b, and so these address are the same. Okay, but print id a is equal to the different address, not the first address of the this one value. Okay, this is different. Just remember that, because in C or C++ programming language, address of the A and A0 must be equal to each other, but in Python programming language we don't have any kind of rule like this one. Okay, so if we have this A parameter in here, we can print the internal or nested elements of these things. For example, if I change this formula in here like this one, we have the list value in here, and so this is the index of the 1, and so if I have this term in here like this 1 1, and so what's the output of this code? This code generates the 1 index in here, and so we can reach the list value. And so this list also contains the integer values, and then we can create, or we can reach the double brackets parentheses with the 1 and 1. And so if I run again this code, we have the 3 value at the terminal page. Okay, or 10, and so we have another list in here, 20 and 40 50 and Ali. Okay, and so if I want to push the 40 value in here in the print screen, and so we have 0 in this, 1 in this in here, 1 0 1 2, and we should give another brackets in here like this one, and so we can reach the 40 value in here. Okay, or we can define the empty space in here, empty list in here like this one, len a, and the type of the a must be equal to the list value. Okay, and so 0 elements is contained in here, but the initialization of the list is accomplished by the interpreter of the Python. Okay, or we can turn into the boolean value from this notation. Okay, this is the false, because false is equal to the 0. Okay, so any question? Okay. So for the minus index, we need to talk about it, because the minus index is generally utilized in the standard library of the Python programming language, especially for the list structure. Okay, for example, if we have the a is equal to the 10 20 30 40 and 50, and so print a minus 1. What if I run this code? Firstly, you need to understand that in C or C++ programming language, we don't have any negative index, even if it's the type of the integer. But in Python, we have this feature. Okay, 50 is seen on the terminal page like this one, and so actually this is identical with the len a minus 1. This two operation is identical. If we are using the minus operator in here, or the negative in here like this one, the Python interpreter interpret this code minus 1 into this one, len a minus 1. Okay, these are the identical. Okay, or if we have the list variable in here like this one, 5 and 6 7 8 in here like this one, the print a minus 1 and minus 2. And what's the result of this print function in here? It's identical with the print a len a minus 1 and len just now the a minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, could you see the logic of this code, firstly a is included in here like this one, because the length of a must be considered in the first bracket, and in the second bracket we should analyze the a bracket minus 1. Okay, these are two identical, and so at the result of this code, the 7 and 7 are given in the what, in the terminal page. Okay, do you understand that? Okay, so we have also a collective in here. For example, a can be defined with the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and so what happens if I use the bracket 1 double dot 3 in here? What's the outcome of this code? In this case, this like the what, the 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so we can give the whole in this by using the double dot operator in here, and so in the page we have the 2 and 3 in here. Okay, but in the list type. Okay, or we can print whole these things in here like this one, 0, 2, len a. Okay, and so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is seen on the terminal page. Okay, but what happens if I use this term 1 double dot minus 2? What's the outcome of this operation? The outcome of this operation is really like the what, 1 len a minus 2. Okay, and so we have the 5 operators in here like this one, and so if I run again this code, and then the 2 and 3 is seen on the terminal page. This both are identical for the Python. Okay, but if you are using this notation in here, 3 to 2, and so there is no number in here like this one, this must be returned into the what, the empty space. Okay, like this one, empty. Or if we have the higher values in here, 100 to 200, normally if I use only 100 there is a syntax error, but if we are using these things into the with the double dot, and so this is returns to what, the empty space. Okay, like this one, there's no syntax error, but if I use this term like this one, and so we have the error, list index out of range is accepted from the what, the Python programs, but in this case we don't have any error in here. Okay, so what happened if I use this syntax 1 to 30? And so in this case we have the 5 elements, but we should go to 30, and so there is no syntax error in here, but the whole elements 2, 3, 4 and 5 is written in the what, the output of the function. Okay, this is the standard syntax of the what, the Python programming language for the list variables. Okay, so here is another example in here like this one. The a is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, and so print. What happened if I use in the first term minus 20 to 3? So in this case we have the negative in this value in here, but we know that this is 0, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and so in this case we will have the 10, 20 and 30 in here. Okay, this is the standard syntax of the what, the Python. But if I use this nomination in here, minus negative 20 and the 20, and so we have the every element at the what at the terminal page. Okay, or we have the 3 in here like this one, and so we should only see the 30 in here. Okay, any question? Okay, so we can define the another list in here like this one, 1 to 10. So we have another terms in here like this one. We can give the empty space before the double dot like this one, 5, which means that this indice automatically change with the 0 in the interpreted mechanism or interpretation mechanism by the Python. Okay, and so if I run again this code, and then we have the 1 to 5 values in here like this one, or we can change this notation with the what with these things, 5 double dot, and these terms is automatically assigned to the what the end indice. Okay, and so 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 should be seen in the what in the Python prompter. Okay, any question? If there's no question, and so we will continue with the assignment operator in list objects. Okay, firstly we need to give the another list in here, 1 to 5 contained with the what the A list. And so if I want to assign the any values or the numbers, we can use the A brackets with the index values of the 0 is equal to 55. Okay, and so if I print the A list in here like this one, and so we have the changed value with the what in the first term. Okay, 55, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, we can assign the any point or any variable like this one, or we can create the new variables from the what the list operator in here like this one, A 1 double dot 3. And so if we can print the whole the terms in here like this one, and so if I run again this code, and so the 55 is stored in here, but the 2 and 3 is seen on the what the B values. Okay, so can create another example in here like this one. A is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, and so B double dot. In this case we assign all the elements of A into the what into the B, but what happens if I check the address of these terms in here like this one, A and B? If I check these terms, and so these addresses are different. Addresses are different, okay? Because this A is transferred to the B, but in the list formation we will have the what the another address. But if we check the first terms of this address like this one, A and B, this address is the same because each of them is pointing to what to one value. Okay, like this one. You understand that? Is everything clear up to now? Okay. And so the another term related to the utilization of the list is also included to what these terms like this one. For example, we are using the double dot in here in order to reach the every elements in the what the list operator in here like this one, but we may use this nomination in here. For example, if we are using these terms means that the first term is indicated with the start point, the second term is indicating to end point, and the last term is the increment or step values of our program. And so if I run again this code, 0 to 5 is written on the terminal page, but with the increment of the 2. Okay, and so we can see that 1, 3 and 5. Okay, or we can give or delete this form like this one. These are identical with the another term because it's automatically filled with the 0 value when it comes to what the space and in here. Okay, and so if I run again this code, and then 1, 3 and 5 should be seen on this page, or can print the a value in here like this one, 5. We don't have the starting address or increment value or default values of the what, this the 1, but we reach the 5th element of the a, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is written on the what, the terminal page. Okay, or we can print the what, the double dot 2, and so we can reach or we can search the every element of the what, the a, but with the what, the increments of the 2. Okay, or step by step in 2, and so 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 should be seen on the terminal page. Okay, or if we have the 9 to 0, starting point 9 to 0, and so the -1 can be given in here, and so we can write the whole the list in the reverse order of these things. Okay, like this one. Okay, any question? No. Okay, and so this is the simplest way of the what, the reverse operation of these terms. No start point, no end point, but with the definition of the -1, and so we can write it whole the list in the reversed order. Okay, or we can assign the new list in here like this one, and we can write the b in here, and so we can transfer all the data in the reverse order with the what, with the b variable. Okay, so what if we have the nested type or internal list, and what if I change this value like this one? For example, if a1, 3, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in here like this one, and so b can be assigned with the what, the 1, 3. Okay, and so this a includes the what, the 1 and 2, but the 3 is overreaching or the over elements of our program. And so if I print the b value in here like this one, we don't have the any syntax error because we know that this must be 70. Okay, and there is no error in here. Okay, but if I update one element, this is the list value, and the last element 4 is equal to 500 in here, and so if I write the a in here like this one, the internal list includes the 2, 3 and 500, but if I write the b value in here, and so the b is also changed at this time because the b is directly pointing to the what, to this 2 value, the list of the 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, and so if I change the a value, and b is also changed. Okay, since we have the same address at b and a for the what, for this list. Okay, any question? There is some way to prevent this situation by using the some methods, but in these methods we will discuss about in the Friday session. Okay, because we will need to analyze the whole the methods containing in the list operation. And so if you have this kind of information in here, and so we must be careful, because if we have assigned any variable or any address into the what, the b, and so if I change the a, b is also changed, and this is a problematic situation for the engineering application. And so in the next session we will continue with the operator overloading, the special cases and the tuple values of our session in the list operation. Okay, and so this is the end of our session today. I hope you have learned everything about what I've said in this lesson. And so if there is no question, I will end up the lesson. Okay, is there any question?